Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Brad Wilson with Delta Fire and Emergency Services. I'm here in Colorado doing a final inspection at SVI on our first new rescue truck for the city of Delta. Currently we have 6 staffed fire halls. We're going to have 7 coming in 2019, and this truck will be in our new fire hall number 4, and it'll be for heavy rescue, going to all major fires, major motor vehicle incidents, and we're going to work it into a MUSAR apparatus as well. So the power plant in this is a Cummins 565 horse diesel. It's got an Allison transmission. This truck has a Gladiator LFD, a Spartan Gladiator cab. It has a 24-foot custom built body by SVI. In the back here, in the cab, we've incorporated 3 forward-facing seats with SCBA in the back, and we have this cabinetry custom made for our EMS equipment and a lot of our rescue books and stuff. It has a roll-up desk here, so when they're responding they can pull this back with a whiteboard marker. And as I said, 3 forward-facing with SCBAs, and the 2 front seats both have built-in SCBA packs. Moving on to this cupboard here, it's a through cupboard on the top. We're planning on put plaster hooks. As you'll see, we don't have any of the equipment on the truck right now, so I'm just going to have to make my way through the cupboards and hopefully describe what will go where. So there's a through total width of the body, and this will probably carry maybe oxygen units or something along that line. We go to this cabinet here. It's a roll-out cabinet, 1,000 pounds, 70%. Pull out, and this is going to contain our Paratech stabilization equipment for heavy rescue and MUSAR. It goes both ways, as you can see. Right here we're going to have our 2 clamshells and our backboards. This is just a toolbox for our special tools. Again, there will be more tools sitting here. On this roll-out cabinet here, we have a 8,000 pound portable winch that can be put into 3 different positions in the truck. There's one here on either side of the truck, and it has a 12 volt power to run the winch. There's one on the opposite side, same spot. We have pockets here, here, and one up there. Those are for our rope rescue. This would be a technical rescue, rope rescue apparatus as well. Here we have a 200-foot cord reel junction box. This here is a 1,000 pound roll-out cabinet as well. And this will contain heavy rescue tools, the rescue saws, chainsaws, stuff to that. Down here we're going to have a Petrogen for metal cutting equipment. This is our SuperVac fan for smoke ejection, as well as we'll have our confined space fan in here as well. If you look up top, we have a Carefree 20-foot awning, projects 10 feet. It's a 110 powered awning. It's typical on both sides of the apparatus. Just actuated with a button, and they come out to protect us from the elements. These are receivers here for the winch to go into the pocket. This truck will also be our mobile breathing air apparatus. So it has a 6,000 psi storage tank here. It's a Bauer compressor unit. We'll see when we go to the other side. Here's the storage tank. And here we have pockets that will be for wheel chocks. We have SCBA storage bottles in this pocket. And here we're looking up for an extinguisher. Up top here is our thin form for trench rescue and stabilization. These are for our large airbags, so we're going to sit up here. Again, we have miscellaneous heavy tools. This here is another 1,000 pounds, and it is a 100% full pull-out tray, so the guys can easily access the equipment in there. This is a low pressure outlet for our pneumatic equipment that will be stored in the truck. It's also driven off the Bauer compressor. In here we have a ladder, combination ladder. This will be more storage of equipment. And again, another pull-out tray here. 100% projection. Down here we'll have our other airbags stored in these spots here. Again, just more heavy rescue equipment storage in these cabinets here. These are our connection for our core rescue tools, so they can plumb right into our hydraulic rescue tools. They'll be carried in these cupboards for moving on this side of the truck. On the other side of the truck, there's one as well. The back of the truck has a fold-down step here for ease of access to the upper. Here's the other windshield that I spoke of earlier. There are 3 different locations we have storage. These are just a small storage area. We're hopefully going to find gas containers that will fit into there. And here as well. We have these tow hooks, 10-inch step bumper. Moving up on top here. This is for dunnage storage. It runs the full length of the 20-foot body for storage of dunnage and long equipment. In this cupboard here we have our 3 ladders, a 24-foot extension, 14-foot roof ladder, and 10-foot attic ladder, as well as there's 2 pike poles. Coming out of this portion here, there's a traffic advisor that's controlled in the cabinet on the other side. It comes up and it can delineate traffic direction. So most of our technical rescue equipment will be stored in these coffin cupboards. We'll have our rope rescue, technical rescue equipment. And they're on both sides of the apparatus. You can see them on this side as well. This one, the depth is reduced due to the storage underneath with the dunnage. And this is our command light. It's for scene lighting. It goes up, I believe, 12 feet, can circle 360 degrees. LED lighting really lights up the area for whatever instance in the dark, whether traffic accidents or technical rescue. This cabinet isn't quite finished yet. We have a little bit of work to do. This is for our Scott Air Pack storage. Here's our command light controller and our traffic advisor. If you're looking behind here is a Holmatro core hydraulic pump, and that runs these core on the rear that I pointed this on the other side. And I'll point one out in the front as I get there. This is another cord reel, 200 feet. This is a high pressure air line for confined space. It runs out 200 feet and will be attached to our air cart, so we can do confined space rescue. This is the fill station for the 25 feet CFM compressor that's just in the next cupboard here. As you see, this open up to fill our 45-minute or 60-minute bottles. On scene at incidents. Here's our storage for our cylinders. These will have 18 of our SCBA bottles. So we arrive on scene, we have lots of spare bottles and are able to fill as we go along. Up top here will be more airbags, and this is for plywood. We've got 4x8 sheets of plywood go straight through the back for shoring up. This is our Bauer breathing air compressor. It fills the cascade system on the other side. It can be filled in from the Hall shore power as well, the cascade system. Filling that, this is driven off a hydraulic generator, driven off the diesel motor to replenish the cylinders in the cascade system while we're on site for long periods of time. This is Another one of the ports for the winch. These here are tool boards. They're 200 pounds each. There's 3 of them that pull out where we're going to mount our axes, hammers, heavy hand tools. And here's the absorb ball hopper. There'll be a pail in here so we can fill up as we go for motor vehicle instances. As I mentioned earlier, on the other side, this is the transverse pull-out tray. So it's the same thing. We have our basket stretchers up top, our Firetrucks stabilization equipment, spine boards, and here's the other core Holmatro hydraulic pump. This one here is plumbed in through the back, and it feeds the front bumper, which we'll get to in a minute, where it has the spools for the Auto X equipment. This brings us to the front of the truck. It's quite a busy bumper. As you can see, we have a mechanical federal siren here, air horns, electric siren. This is a 15,000 pound Warren winch that you can see under here, which also contains our, as I mentioned before, our core reels that are driven by that core hydraulic pump, where we can hook the jaws of life, the spreaders and cutters onto, and they'll be stored in this compartment here. And the winch is right here. That's our newest addition to our fleet. We're really looking forward to putting this in service. I'm sure our guys will be excited. Thank you.